absorption of calcium. Now, people think that, I'm going to drink a glass of milk and I've got my calcium for the day. However, there are cofactors to the absorption of calcium. Magnesium being one of them, vitamin D being the other. And like we can be in the sun. For example, I got vitamin D deficiency and I used to be swimming every day. I was getting my sun every day. I still do get my sun every day. I was still vitamin D deficient. Your question to me would be, well, Shonali, you're doing such a great diet, how can you be vitamin D deficient? That's because initially when I started, I wasn't so aware of how the cofactors work for calcium absorption. How does it all work with the bone work? So there are people who are getting their sun and are still deficient. So the question is, what's going on? Magnesium, which releases calcitonin, is really, really important, a hormone for increasing calcium in your bones. Most often than not, we don't get that magnesium in our diet. The same is required for vitamin D absorption. Magnesium is generally coming out of leafy greens. The chlorophyll, for example, has very high doses of magnesium in it. That's the center of the chlorophyll molecule. It has magnesium. So if you're going to get plants into your diet, leafy greens, you're going to get the darker plants, like the sea algae, spirulina. You're going to do wheatgrass. Then chances are you're going to include that magnesium for the absorption of the calcium in your system. There's no point in you having loads of calcium because it's going to just go and sit in your system and not really get absorbed. So you have to make sure that you have enough magnesium and therefore are also getting the vitamin D. So magnesium is also helping your vitamin D getting vitamin D absorbed in your system. Most people miss this point. I've seen that in my practice as well, that most people are not really including leafy greens as one of their core foods. Even in Indian diets, for example, it comes as, maybe 2-3 times a week as a side dish. What I'm saying is that, a good way to make it a part of your routine would be maybe putting it in a smoothie every day. So then you're getting it every single day. And you're getting that little dose of magnesium coming in, which is upping your absorption of calcium. I do that. I mean, I make sure that there's kale in my smoothie, or there is, another pak choy or some leafy green, whether it's, I don't do spinach in the smoothie, but maybe amaranth leaves, This is all upping the quotient of magnesium in your body and therefore aiding the absorption of calcium and vitamin D.